Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. Today I thought about making kind of an under the sea type of earring, and I'm going to use these teardrop shaped earrings. I also have this very tiny little mold that has seashells, starfish. There's a couple shells there, like the flatter, like clam shells. And so I'm going to use that. I have two different shades of blue, even though this looks like it's purple. It's a blue color. I have some white mica powder, 3 mixing bowls, mixing utensil. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to pour just a little bit in each one. It's a rather shallow mold, so I don't need a lot. Now, of course, I'll need the findings such as the 6 to 8 millimeter jump rings and the fishhook earrings. There's also an option where you can use these, where you connect the two holes together and make a post earring that's a dangle, and that would also look really pretty. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this earring. I'm not going to bother with these, but that's all up to you if you want to use those. I'm going to add in 2 drops of each color into my resin. Oop, that one was 3. That's okay. Came out a little fast. And then I'm going to use a little bit of mica powder and put it into here. That's going to be for the shells and also for the foam from like waves. I thought that would look really pretty. And I'm just going to mix this up. And I'm going to get a baby wipe out while I'm trying to mix. Mix it up really good. And the white. Okay, so first, before I get started with anything, I'm just going to get a piece of tape. And wipe off this little mold. Now, unfortunately, I can't even tell you where I got this mold from. I bought this probably about 3-4 years ago, and it's a handmade mold. And I got several like this, and unfortunately a couple didn't last very long. I think it's just the material that was used to make the mold. But, you know, it worked for the amount of time that I needed it. I have not used the shells yet. There was some like little flowers and things like that, but they kept breaking. So I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use, but I'm going to make them anyways. I may use all of them, I may not. And if I don't, I'll just set them aside for another project. This one seems like it has a lot in there. Same with this one. They're so small and so shallow. It looks like possibly when they were making the mold, they just kind of Just pushed it in a little bit and that was it. So it's very shallow. So it just needs like maybe a drop or two of resin in it. And I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds and then turn it over and cure it for 60 seconds. All right, so while that's curing, I'm going to get the bubbles out of this. Sorry for the noise. And I'm just going to do the first layer. So I'm just going to pour both colors in and then let them meet. And I'm also going to use the white in the center. Now this looks like some of the color I can just push along, but this looks like it needs just a touch more. Just push it along. Okay, I did get some on the edge here, so I'm gonna get that off. And right away I can already see that it's going to make really pretty earrings. And on this one I noticed it did not go around the hole, so I'm just going to kind of push it up there. And now I'm going to cure this for 180 seconds and turn it over and cure it for 180 seconds. Okay, so this is the second batch that I did. And I'll just pull those out. Here's the first. As you can see, I have all those really pretty shells. They're so tiny, they're kind of hard to handle, but let me see if I can get one up and show it to you. They're so cute and they're so delicate. All right, so now I'm going to put a layer of clear on top. And basically, it's just filling up the rest of the mold. You don't want to put too much in. You don't want it to dome or anything like that. You would like a nice flat surface. This one's giving me a little bit of difficulties. This could use a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm just going to go around, make sure there's no bubbles. There's a bubble there, I saw that. Make sure that it goes all the way around the hole. You don't want any bubbles in there because then it'll kind of mess up the hole where you're going to put your jump ring. And then also it could possibly break while wearing them. So you just want to make sure that there are no bubbles up there. A few bubbles that are still popping up. Alright, so I need my tweezers so I can put these little seashells in there. I'm just going to drop them in. I'm just looking for a really nice selection of them so it looks really interesting. And you can move them around too. Might have to move the starfish over a little bit. Let's see. Now they don't have to look exactly the same. They do stick out a little bit. That's why I said just do the flat layer first. They stick out a little bit, so we may have to do a top layer. Or after you get them all settled in. Now they're sticking out just the smallest little bit. So in that case, let me wipe off my tweezers. We can add just a little bit more. Just enough where it covers them. Because don't forget, I said that is a very shallow mold. For the seashells. So they're not taking up too much room in there. And even though we have it only half filled, they still settle in there really nice. And as far as I can see, they're all covered. I see some bubbles. Have to get those out. Now this one, I see part of the shell popping up a little bit. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more just to make sure it's covered. And then make sure that they look approximately the same height. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Okay, this one's doing the same. It's just showing just ever so slightly. And I just want the same amount in each one, just so that they look the same thickness. Go over for bubbles again. I do see bubbles. Now this one still, I still see it a little bit. I don't know why. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm looking at them sideways just to make sure that they look like they're covered and they're the same thickness. So now I'm going to cure these for, I would say, about 5 minutes, and then turn it over and cure it probably for like 3 minutes on the other side. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now they're done curing. And we can remove them from the mold. They look really pretty. And then the next step is your jump rings. I'm going to use the 8mm because this is a little bit thick and the 6mm will not go through there. And I have fishhook earrings. So you open your jump ring to the side. Don't pull it apart because it'll lose the round shape. And you know what? We do have a little bit of an issue. The holes on this are a little bit small. So we're going to have to widen those. And I'm going to use my handheld drill. And I'm going to find a drill bit that would be the next size up from that hole. And let's see. This all comes with this drill, and you get a nice variety of bits in here and burrs. And here is like a small drill bit, if I can get it out. This is perfect for drilling a hole, for placing your jump rings in, and then they have the next size up like that. But I'm going to use one of the burrs, if I can find it. Okay, I'm not seeing it in this one. Let's see, here it is. Now the other ones you can order separately. I got a whole big pack of them from Temu for, I don't even remember, like $5. So that would be a good option. It'd be all different size, like sanding burrs. And I'm going to go from the behind so I don't mess this up. And you got to be careful because it is so close to that edge. And you have to go straight through. Now I might have to turn this up a bit more. And make sure you go straight through because you don't want to mess up the edge. If it gets stuck, it does do like an auto shut off. Okay. As you can see, it's pushing out all the debris. Okay. Then you just shut it off. I like to clean up right after. I clean my drill and the bit off. And then I'll clean this stuff up. Now if you get some in the hole, you can just blow it out. And that will just clean it out. Or if you have a, just something that's small, like a small brush or something, you can put the brush in there and clean it up. All right, so that should help. I was hoping I didn't have to do that, but as you can see, now that the hole is bigger, it goes right through with no problem. Place your fishhook earring on and have it facing towards the back. Close it up so the ends meet. Open it sideways. Place it through the hole. And place your fishhook earring on. Close it up so the ends meet. And there you have this cute looking pair of undersea earrings. Now, if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell for notifications of upcoming videos. In the description box below, you will find a link to my Etsy shop, which is Creations by Laurel, and you will also find links to all the supplies I used today, and also you'll find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.